Is visible to everybody.
Yes, sir.
Sir, you
We
can
are
start.
Right. Right.
आवाज नहीं आ-
So, am I audible to everybody?
Yes, sir.
Sir, am I audible?
Yeah.
Okay. Good morning, everybody. First of all, I would like to thank Dr. Balram for introducing me in this workshop. It is a matter of great pleasure that Guru Nanak Institute of Engineering and Technology, Nagpur, has organized this next sponsored 2 days workshop on National Education Policy 2020, transferring vision into quality engagement and higher educational institutions. Secondly, I would like to thank Dr. Hemant Hazare, convener principal, Dr. Rajendra Bombay, co-convener and vice principal, Dr. Satish, coordinator and head IQSC at Guru Nanak Institute of Engineering and Technology, Nagpur, for inviting me as a speaker, resource person to share my views on the topic appropriate integration of Indian knowledge system in higher education institutions. Secondly, I would also like to thank the chairman of GNES, Sardar Navneet Singh Tulli, for leading such a reputed organization and organizing such valuable and worthy workshops and webinars in your organization. I congratulate the whole team, the leading team of this organization for such um, activities that are going to be held in this organization. So, coming to the point, I will start my talk. Appropriate integration of Indian knowledge system in higher education institutions. We all are Indian and we all know about Indian knowledge system, Indian education system. India is a great country, and from the last times, from the olden times, the education and the knowledge system has been generated in this country, and this knowledge system, education system is a vast system, and the you can say the foreign universities, foreign organization used to follow the Indian knowledge system. We all have heard the name of Nalanda University, then Gurukul system that used to exist in India, and everybody used to follow that Gurukuls and that Nalanda University. It was a ideal university, and everybody used to follow this university. So, Indian knowledge system, India developed its knowledge system, tested it through practice, verified and improved it over thousands of years. As a result, the Indian knowledge system is founded on the well-being of all, everybody, well-being of everybody. Sarve bhavantu sukhin, sarve santu nirmaya, vasude kutumb, ekam sate vipra, bahuda vadanti, Krinyanto Vishya Arya. It is based on deep understanding of human being as well as of the nature and entire existence of the human being. So it is Indian knowledge system. And coming to the next slide, why human beings live, why human beings survive. Human effort has always been for living or surviving, just for living. Secondly, living with fulfillment. How can we fulfill our life dreams with relationship? When we have good relationships with our you can say relatives, with our students, teachers, everything, we will have good relationship. There will be a fulfillment in our life. And physical facility is just surviving to live, to you can say to pass our life, to complete our living years. And living with continuous fulfillment, one is fulfillment and second is living with continuous fulfillment, called by different names such as bliss, peace, satisfaction, happiness, fulfillment, contentment, enlightenment and independence, self actualization, divinity, salvation, liberation. Everything is included in it. So first we talk about living with fulfillment, with good relationships with our relatives and other human beings. Then living with continuous fulfillment, when continuous fulfillment comes in our life, in our living life, that with bliss, when there is peace in our life, we are satisfied with the things we are getting, we are satisfied with our achievements. When there is satisfaction in our life, there is continuous fulfillment. Then happiness, when happiness comes, when there is success in our life, we are satisfied with the with their achievements, with the things that we are getting with our job. When we are satisfied with everything, the happiness comes, happiness, fulfillment, enlightenment, independence. All this gives us continuous fulfillment. Then right understanding. What is right understanding? Understanding the truth, understanding the harmony, that living in harmony, that living with love and compassion, relationship, living in harmony with other human beings, and ensuring more than required, but in harmony with the rest of nature, with right skills. So human effort has been always be to living with the continuous fulfillment. Then coming effort for realization of truth, love, and compassion. How does truth, love, and compassion comes in our life? All great people of world have tried to realize the truth and to live by it in terms of love and compassion. India is a great country. Great saints, great poets, and great personalities have taken birth in this India, and all that great people of the world and even India have tried to realize the truth and live in the terms of love and compassion. They try to realize the truth, understand how can we realize the truth? When you understand yourselves and when you understand others. Understanding themselves, understand the underlying harmony in nature and existence. You have to understand the harmony that is lying in the nature, and on the basis of this understanding, that great people, that great personalities have tried to develop a way of life, culture, and civilization for the well-being of all, well-being of every human being, living with love and compassion. For all such great people, we have a deep feeling of gratitude, who have done a effort for realization of truth, love, and compassion. Next thing comes culture and civilization. What is culture? Understanding, or the what do we understand, or what are the assumptions of about culture or civilization? culture Culture is a collective thought of lot of people, a group of people. It may be of one state, it may be of one region, it may be of one city, or it may be of one country. It is a collective thought. Then civilization is expression in form of behavior and societal system. Over the ages, various cultures and civilizations have taken shape. At the core of civilization is its culture, and the base of culture is what has been understood or assumed without understanding about the existential reality, that is truth, love, and compassion. A civilization is expression of a culture in forms of behavior and societal system. So culture is collective thought, and when that collective thought is expressed in form of behavior and societal system, it becomes civilization. In order to share our understanding, feeling, and thought, various means of communication have been used, like language. We use language to express our thoughts, to express our feelings. Then we use literature. We can express our thoughts or feelings by the means of music, by the means of song, by the means of dance, drama, painting, and sculpture. All these are the means by which you can express your understandings, your feelings, your thoughts to the other human beings. To materialize this culture in the terms of behavior and system, different forms have been developed, such as science, technology, architecture, modes of production, transportation, exchange, and modes of education. All these are used to materialize this culture in terms of behavior and system. Next coming holistic and human knowledge system in higher education institutions. A knowledge system which ensures right understanding and clarity of living in harmony at all levels of human existence can be called a holistic and human knowledge system. We all know Many cultures and civilizations of millennia have tried to evolve such knowledge systems. The Indian culture and civilization is one example. I have already told, I am again repeating that Indian culture and civilization, it is a rich culture, it is a rich civilization, and it is a good example to follow. India used to be a great country, and it had great culture and great civilization. How a culture or civilization develops and is propagated generation after generation depends upon its education sanskar or education system, its knowledge system. All this depends that development and civilization, that all depends upon its education system. All it depends upon quality education. Why we are talking about this education and higher education system? Because quality education, quality system, that is somewhere lacking in this higher education institutions, and even school system. These, you can say, quality education, that is lacking. Sometimes we have seen that some policies have been framed. New education policy has come in India thanks to our honorable Prime Minister, Mr. Narendra Modi, who has implemented, who has introduced this NEP 2020, and I hope it will become a great, you can say, uh, great decision for India, that it will make India again a number one India, and quality education will again revive in this country. So quality education is very much required, and quality education with these values, human values, education sanskar, it is very much required to make our country, make this education system a great system. So I will just compare you about education sanskar, or you can say education system. One is human education system, one is inhuman education system. Human education sanskar means that in which everything is involved, everything is inculcated in the students, in the education system. And second is inhuman education sanskar, manviya shiksha sanskar and amanviya shiksha sanskar. That means that are not in the favor of human worldview perspective, manviya drishti, and inhuman worldview perspective, amanviya drishti, human values and culture, manviya mulya and sanskriti. Human values and culture, it is very important in nowadays. I have seen, I have taught BTech students, MTech students, BBA, MBA, BCA, MCA, but they are somewhere human values are lacking. Therefore the students are lacking, the professional ethics are lacking. Thereby there is some lacking in their career also. And all this can be inculcated when we inculcate human values, human culture, and professional ethics in our students, especially in higher educational institutions. And on the other hand, that is in human values and culture, and human conduct. What is human conduct? Human behavior, work, participation. All this is human conduct. And human conduct, when that person or that employee, or you can say that student or teacher, their conduct is not good, his behavior is not good, work participation is not good, that is inhuman conduct. Inhuman conduct. And human society, कल्चर, सिविलाइजेशन, मानवीय समाज व व्यवस्था, मानवीय संस्कृति और सभ्यता. In human society, culture, civilization, same way that is in the favor of human, that are you can say good things, good activities, good values, that is human society, culture and civilization. That is against human, that is inhuman society, culture and civilization. I have already talked about national education policy that our honorable Prime Minister, Mr. Narendra Modi, has introduced recently. Education is fundamental for achieving full human potential, developing an equitable and just society, and promoting national development. NEP 2020 has already, you can say, already laid down the words that what is education. Education is fundamental. On the basis of education, what type of education do you get, what values are inculcated in the education that you are getting, that is fundamental for achieving full human potential. And secondly, education is again responsible for equitable and just society and promoting national development of the nation, development of the country. That is very much required. You all know that there is one problem, one challenge that India is facing, that brain drain is coming. Brain drain has come. Our intelligent minds, they are going out after, you can say, plus two, or even doing their btech mtech degrees, such fine degrees, even mbbs degrees. The students are going abroad for the job. That is also, you can say, a hurdle in the way of national development. If our intelligent minds, they are surviving in the India, working for the India, scientists are doing research for the India, and that research will be done on the name of India, and that patents will go to India, and India will grow, national development will be there. So we will have to, you can say, stop brain drain. Why brain drain is coming? Only due to, because there is not quality education, skills are lacking, human values are lacking, professional ethics are lacking, even the employers, in the entrepreneurs, even in the students and teachers. When Indian knowledge system that will be appropriately integrated in the higher education institutions, that brain drain will stop. That intelligent minds will stay in India, and they will work for India. And there is one, again, one more situation that I have faced, that our students, they have done btech from India, mtech from India, and even they go to Canada, they go to, you can say, Australia. And what they do there, they are not doing the jobs of engineers over there, they are not doing the jobs of software developer over there, they are doing labor work there. They are working as waiters over there. Why? Because the lack of these human values and lack of this quality in our education policy, education institutions. So we can, you can say, stop this brain drain, and we have to stop this brain drain to keep the intelligent minds, young minds in India, and to promote the national development. So we have to understand the meaning of what is full human potential, what is equitable and just society, and what do you mean by national development. So holistic education via higher educational institutions. What is full human potential? What is potential means what human can do, कि उसमें कोई काम करने की कितनी क्षमता है. दैट इज फुल ह्यूमन पोटेंशियल. ह्यूमन वर्ल्ड व्यू perspective, मानवीय दृष्टि. Second is human values and human culture. Values are very important, that I am repeating again and again, that we are lacking these values, human values. You will know that universities all over India, even UGC and All India Council of Technical Education, that has introduced a subject that is known as human values, to teach the students, so that the human values may be inculcated in the students, and students may be placed in good organization, good MNCs, and they may become good Indians, good citizens, so that India may grow. So, but there is one problem coming in this way, that the students are studying the subject, attending the classes only to fulfill the criteria of that, you can say, attendance, and to you can say, fulfillment the requirement of marks to obtain in that degree. But these human values and human culture, that is not inculcated in the students. Practically they are not gaining what is required. There is no sincerity, no honesty, no, you can say, integrity towards their work. All this is human values we have to inculcate practically in the students. We have to do some practical activities also. Some labs should also be, you can say, introduced, should be laid down in the organizations, to inculcate these human values in the students, as well in the teachers of higher education institutions, and skills for living in harmony with joy. So graduate and postgraduate students are very much able to contribute to the human society by following these human values, human culture, and skills that are required for living in harmony with joy. and what is equitable and just society, and what is national development. When there is good human society, good human culture, and good human civilization is there, then there will be a equitable and just society, and nation development will be automatically there. That nation will automatically develop. The world today has become a mixture of various cultures. You all know that there are a lot of cultures existing in our India, existing in our world. In India, we can say there is urban culture, there is city culture, rural culture, liberal culture, then traditional rural Indian culture, Western culture, Bollywood culture, and so many others. So many cultures are there, but the basis of all these cultures is same. We have to pick up the good points, good, you can say, good things out of, good values out of these cultures, adopt these, and to work toward the national development, equitable and just society, and to inculcate good human values in ourselves. Today, what is the problem, what problem we are facing? That is, one culture tends to be opposed to the other cultures. That we are human beings, we do not believe in that we should pick good things from one culture, adopt that things, and we should pick other good things from other culture, adopt the things, and work towards the development. But what we do, we oppose the other culture. We can say we are Punjabi, we will not adopt the cultural values of South India or West India. We are northern people, they are western people. We are Indian, they are Pakistani. We are Indian, they are British people, British ruled over India, so we will not adopt the culture of those people. So this is a problem, that one culture tends to be opposed to other culture. This is because their basic assumptions and therefore thoughts are different, according to their culture, according to their living and their living style. Thoughts and assumptions are different, but we have to put these things, these thoughts out of our mind, so that we may move towards the development of our country. Even though there are commonalities at the core, the conflict is at the level of expression and details. I am again repeating that the core, the basis of all the cultures, they are common, and the, you can say, motto, the goal, the objective of every culture is same. But where the conflict comes when the people of that area, the, you can say, the living people of that area, they express in different ways. There the conflict in their expression and details. With this situation, it is imperative to articulate the truth, love, and compassion at the core. At every culture, it may be Western culture, it may be Northern culture, Bollywood culture, traditional Indian culture, any culture it may be, it articulate the truth, love, and compassion at the core. It may be according to their living style and according to their own rituals. Appreciate the various ways to materialize the truth, love, and compassion, and different approaches to communicate this truth, love, and compassion to others. This is the solution to the problem that we have talked about above, that there are different culture, and the people of that different cultures, they oppose to the other cultures, rather than adopting the good things out of them. Formulation for education, it is desirable to have generic and universal formulation, content and process, universal, basic, or fundamental principles. Of course, to exemplify these, local regional examples may be taken and will be taken. Like, we want to live with fulfillment as a society, this is part of common universal. To exemplify this, we may expose students to traditional Indian culture and philosophy, as well as traditional Western culture and thoughts. I will again repeat that basis, core of every culture is same. Only the conflict comes when the people living of that area, they express their, you can say, their culture. There a conflict comes. In this way, this, it will help when we will we will pick good things, good habits, good values out of their culture, and inculcate in ourselves. We will pick the good values out of all the cultures and inculcate in ourselves, and we will work on this about towards the you can say just you can say good society, equitable society, towards the nation development. It will help in understanding the underlying basic principles. It will help in connecting the basic principles through specific examples. It will help the students to see and appreciate various cultures, to see the commonality among them. If we will inculcate this thing, it will be inculcated in these teachers, and they will help the students to see and appreciate various cultures, that they are good values in those cultures. We will appreciate, the students will appreciate that cultures, they will adopt that cultures, and they will follow them, and they will work towards the national development. It will help to evaluate any specific example, system, or culture with the view to fill the gaps rather than to criticize or reject it. Further, we can also be mutually enriching for other cultures also. If we will follow the good things, good values of other cultures, that cultures will also follow the good values, good habits of our culture also, and our culture will be enriched also. An important point to keep in mind, what is important point to keep in mind, it is important to have a universal formulation. I have already talked about universal formulation. If we don't have a universal formulation, there is no definite yardstick for evaluation. It is likely that people think that their formulation, their culture, content, practice, etc. is superior, and others are not. We have to forget this thing. We have to follow the you can say other culture also, the contents, practices that are superior in those cultures. We have to follow this thing, and what is not, you can say, superior, inferior, we have to leave that thing, and we have to live as a universal human being. And there is not only no common program to live together in harmony, rather there is opposition and strife in the society, which will lead to struggle and war. These wars are also one part of this thing, that we criticize the culture, other cultures, and we say that our culture is superior. We Punjabis are superior. We Southern people are superior. We Western people are superior. We Bollywood culture people are superior. Others are inferior. We have to forget this thing, and we have to inculcate the good values, the superior values of other cultures also, and other people will also follow our culture that are superior in us, and our culture will also be enriched, and we will work toward the national development of our country, that our country, the our prime minister, he is looking for. Then in March 2017, we might be remembering that AICT decided to update its model curriculum from the 2018-19 academic year for all technical education, engineering, architecture, MBA, etc. across India. And today, more than 10,000 colleges under AICT umbrella are preparing their teachers and students for this huge task of national importance. I have already talked that even UGC has starts this, you can say, this work, this role, this human values and professional ethics. This is very much required in our students to grow, to become a bright Indian, a good Indian. So human values subject has been introduced by UGC even in but the need is to follow it in a, you can say, practical way, in it a, real way, with real integrity and honesty. Teachers have to play a very important role in this, that they have not to teach the students the human value subject only to you can say to complete the syllabus, only to get rid of the, you can say, scoldings of the principal or the director, that your syllabus is remaining or you have not completed the syllabus. The students are looking for the teacher for human values, but not. You have to inculcate this thing practically. You have to think about this thing, how you can, how you can inculcate this thing. You have to use your critical thinking here, and you have to also do some practical workshop for the students, by which human values can be inculcated in them, and they may become good citizens, good employees, and you can say good Indians. And I think that brain drain will also be stopped when there will be quality education, quality research in India, quality education in India, and the students with good human values and professional ethics will be produced in India. That brain drain will stop. India developed its so coming towards the conclusion, concluding my talk, that India developed its knowledge system, tested it through practice, verified and improved it over thousands of years. I already talked. India has a rich culture, rich civilization, a rich, you can say, Gurukul system. Nalanda University used to be number one university, which other universities of the world used to follow Nalanda University. So India is a rich country, and rich scholars, rich personalities, rich scientists, intelligent persons like Dr. Abdul Kalam, and Dr. Jagdish Chandra Bose. Every people have taken birth here, studied here, and so India has a good knowledge system. The time has come that these modern institutions, engineering colleges, management colleges, even law colleges, and these humanity colleges, different universities, they have to inculcate this Indian in knowledge system into the higher educations as well. Our prime minister cannot visit every, you can say, institution, or our education minister, he, our director of the education of India, he cannot visit every organization. The teachers or the directors, they have to work with honesty and integrity. Firstly, they have to inculcate their human values in themselves,